Shulk's ability to use the Monado Arts and alter his stats makes for the best move in the game. In my eyes, the position is uncontested. It single-handedly shoots him up several spots on the tier list, and it molds him into a flexible and dynamic character. That said, nothing is without its weaknesses. If you're not experienced in the Shulk matchup though, you may not know how to spot those weaknesses and take advantage of them. So let's waste no time. I'm Catalyst, and in this video, against my better judgment, I'm going to demonstrate ways to counter and work around all 5 Monado Arts. Before I get into it, there is something I'd like to say. When asked how to get around Monado Arts, a lot of people will tell you to just run away. While this will let you avoid interacting with the art mostly or entirely, it's not as good as it sounds. You're forced to give up stage control, which is something that Shulk really thrives on. You can also spend the whole game using a Monado Art if need be, so you will have to approach one at some point. There are a few instances in here where I'll suggest certain types of camping, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The bottom line is that camping isn't the amazing solution that everyone thinks it is. Anyhow, let's move on.
Jump!
The main weakness of Monado Jump is the damage multiplier. Shulk receives 1.3 times his usual damage, which is a significant increase. He also becomes a fast faller in Jump. Combine these two factors, and you'll see that Jump Shulk is absolute combo food. As such, you'll want to try to hit him with one of your character's combo starters. If you trap him in a combo, you can either force him out of the art, or wail on him and rack up big damage. But how do you land said combo starter? Well, Shulk players will naturally jump a lot while using this art to get some mileage off it, and they also like to use landing aerials due to their very low landing lag. Thus, calling out his jump patterns is the name of the game. You've got a few factors working in your favor. Shulk's air acceleration is poor, which means his jumps often follow a rather linear path. If he jumps in a direction at full speed, he's essentially locked into that trajectory unless he uses a double jump or directional air dodge. Additionally, all of his aerials have high startup, with the fastest one being frame 13. These two things together give you plenty of time to scout out where he will land, and place an anti-aerial hitbox before he can get there. When it comes to intercepting jump art recoveries, the only advice I can really give you is to have awareness. He moves and falls faster, and he has increased height on both his double jump and up special. The increased height may also make him more inclined to go for a high recovery. The best you can do is try to edgeguard him as normal while you keep these factors in mind.
Speed!
Speed art is an amazingly good tool for Shulk, as I'm sure you... wait, that's my other video. Speed Shulk can cover almost any area on the ground very quickly, but on most legal stages, he can't board a platform without committing to a double jump or air dodge. Thus, a great way to beat it is platform camping. He can try to poke at you from the ground with his high-range aerials, but they all have very high startup and can be avoided with a solid reaction time. If he double jumps or air dodges onto a platform, you should be able to react to this as well. On flat stages, like Final Destination or Town and City, this option may not be available. In that case, you'll want to be careful to not mindlessly use attacks. Shulk's high movement speed means that he can whiff punish from a great distance. If you mistakenly use a move that's even a little unsafe, he can close the gap instantly and punish accordingly. When he does get in, Speed Shulk finds most of his damage output from tech chase strings. However, if you DI upwards, you will be launched higher above the ground. You can then double jump, or auto-cancel an aerial, to avoid a tech chase situation altogether. Using this, your goal should be to maintain center stage and avoid being taken to the ledge. If you can evade being comboed, or put in a ledge trap scenario, you should get away without taking much damage at all.
Shield!
Shield Art is perhaps the hardest Monado art to adapt to on the fly. Its most potent ability is escaping otherwise true combos and kill confirms, and even punishing you for hitting them in some scenarios.
This character cheats, bro.
However, it is possible to bait Shulk into using it, and adjust your punish game accordingly. That said, properly doing this will require a read and a feel for when your combos work on Shield Shulk. I'll lay out some general knowledge that should help. Shulk players are most inclined to use Shield Art when hit with a combo starter, as their options in this situation are to use it or eat a true combo. The more follow-up potential a move has, the more likely Shulk is to burn it. So it'll almost always come out after, say, a Palutena neutral air, but probably won't come out after a raw smash attack. If you go for a follow-up that isn't guaranteed, think of it as simply another disadvantage option. Ask yourself, will he jump, dodge, attack, Shield Art? Most Shulks will use Shield at least once while they're at low percent, as this is when it can make your attacks unsafe on hit. Player-specific habits also play a part here, so you'll have to get a feel for when your opponent in particular likes to use it. If he doesn't use it after a hit, play your advantage state as normal until either he does, or you reset back to neutral. If he does choose to burn it, consider his percentage. If it is low, most follow-ups you do will likely be unsafe on hit. Thus, you should back up, or hit a high knockback move if possible. At mid-percent, around 60-ish, most or all of your moves should deal enough hit stun to be safe on hit again. Once his percent starts getting high, there are a multitude of combos that can be done exclusively on Shield Shulk. You may need some lab time to get a feel for comboing him, because this video would take ages if I went in depth for every character, but you can blow Shulk up for activating it if you're skilled enough. For reference, it'll generally look similar to your character's low percent combos. I'd also like to mention grabs while I'm on the subject. Grabs are the perfect Shield Art counter. You can pummel Shulk to drain the art's duration, and hold him in place until it expires. Characters with kill throws or confirms from grabs will especially benefit from this. Keep in mind that once it's gone, it's a non-factor for the next 18 seconds. This gives you a very large window to hit combos and kill confirms without worrying about it. Buster is a little hard to describe counterplay for. He just deals and takes more damage, so I could simply say hit him and don't get hit. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? That said, there are some things I can say. The increased damage of Buster also impacts your shield. Shulk's attacks all do more shield damage, shield stun, and push shields back further. You should ensure you are aware of all three of these, especially the last two. You may find your usual out-of-shield options are made ineffective, which could leave you open to a brutal punish. Be careful of the damage as well. It can take as few as 2 solid hits to break a shield, so don't get scared and hold it for too long. As for neutral, Shulk is going to look for his main combo starters in order to rack up damage. These are Landing Nair, grab. Keep an eye out for these moves, because they will come out, and make an effort to evade them. If your character has projectiles or a disjoint, you can try using those to keep him at a distance and rack up damage until Buster expires. Shulk's approaches tend to be quite linear unless he switches to a mobility art, so many Shulk players will grow frustrated and change to jump or speed. To take advantage of his extra damage, try to inflict a status that will prevent him from deactivating the art. This includes being grabbed, prone, buried, and so on. One last thing I'd like to mention is down throw into dash attack. This is one of Buster Shulk's bread and butter combos, and it can do upwards of 30%. However, if you DI upwards, you can avoid it entirely.
Smash!
Monado Smash is often considered the scariest art to be up against. It takes stocks brutally early, and can feel impossible to surmount. Even though it's primarily used when Shulk already has the advantage, meaning your options are already limited, I have a few pointers that may just save your skin. When Shulk switches to Smash, your goal is to get to center stage at all costs. If he's in your way, this is easier said than done though. Either way, if you have the opportunity, get there and stay there. The only thing that'll kill you at a remotely low percent there is a straight up tilt or up smash. Holding shield is really effective, as neither of his kill throws will work until well into the hundreds with proper DI. If you decide to attack, use the safest moves you have. Committing to anything haphazardly could result in an immediate stock loss. If you're on the ledge, that's when your options are really limited. You can try to stall until Smash runs out, though some characters are better at this than others. Joker and other tether characters come to mind. They can tether multiple times, wait, and then pull themselves up. Other characters have ways to stall, but it's very dependent on their kit. Everyone can use their ledge intangibility for a little bit, but you need to be cautious, as he can easily scoop you up if it runs out. Also, Smash Art's damage output is incredibly poor. This means that as long as you don't die, you won't take much damage at all. The best part is that it has the opposite effect on shields as Buster. This means his moves do less shield stun and damage, allowing you to have a little extra confidence in your out-of-shield options. And there you have it, some strategies and knowledge to keep in mind against all 5 Monado Arts. I won't claim that this is a comprehensive guide. Smash is a complex game, so you may have additional ideas that I didn't think to touch on. Leave a comment if there's anything you think I missed, or that you don't agree with. If you learned something from all this, consider liking the video, and or subscribing for more content like it in the future. I'm Catalyst, and I wholeheartedly thank you for watching.